Hey guys, this is Miss Criswell here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Analyze the Issue papers, which are finely graded. And when you see the papers, you'll understand why it took so long to grade them because I put a lot of thought, effort, and you'll see tons of comments on the majority of you guys anyway. We'll see tons of comments on your paper. I was really excited about this. We created this topic or this whole module with the success of the student in mind, because a lot of students are considering continuing their education, and that means you need the GRE and a good score on your writing portion of the GRE. And so that's why we developed this topic in the first place. So I started out really excited when I started grading them because I realized that you guys are utilizing Grammarly or you just have really good grammar. So I'm excited about that. So thank you for doing that. Then I was really sad because there's a big piece of this that's missing. So a lot of this was covered in the essay format and the Analyze the Issue format section or modules that I think we didn't do a good enough job, I guess, of covering. So I want to go back through some things with you guys today. I want you to understand that your success is always my goal. So any comment I put on your paper is to help you be better or a more successful writer. I don't grade papers to give you grades. I grade papers to help you be better at what you do. So considering that's why I'll offer you a proposal at the end of this presentation here. And this won't take us long to go through, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll offer you an option if you want to improve your success in the course. Because again, that's why I do this. I really wanted you guys to be able to write a strong GRE paper. So let's look at a few of the topics. Okay, so the biggest issue that we had in all of these papers was the lack of a well-developed thesis and the lack of developed topic sentences or clear topic sentences. So when you do that, when you don't have a clear thesis or a clear topic sentence, then you don't have direction for your paper. And it's difficult for you to focus, and you kind of start going down all these little rabbit holes. That's why these two components are so important. So let's look at how this should be structured. You should look at your issue and consider whatever the issue is and how do you feel about it. Once you've decided that, that's when you're going to write your thesis based off of that. That thesis is up here at the top because it guides everything else that happens throughout this paper. Okay? So let's look at the structure of the paper itself. It begins with an introductory paragraph. And in the introductory paragraph is your thesis statement, which is going to present a clear picture of your take on the issue. The next paragraph is going to include a topic sentence. The topic sentence is kind of like a baby thesis. It's the idea for this paragraph. So the topic sentence would support the thesis statement, and it would guide everything that happened in this paragraph after that. So the first paragraph we set you up with for this assignment was the reasons and details section. And in that section, you were to present 3 ideas that supported why you believe what you believe. So 3 ideas at least to support your topic sentence. Your third paragraph then would be your counter argument. And again, it would have a topic sentence that would guide the entire paragraph. And the topic sentence would support this thesis statement up here. So in the counter argument, this is where you have to consider what the other side might say. I might like grapes because they're sweet, and you might not like grapes because they have a lot of calories. The counter argument then is grapes are bad because there's a lot of calories. Then you have to decide if you're going to refute that argument or concede with that argument. If you refute the argument, you say, grapes, in fact, do not have a lot of calories. So you disagree with the argument. If you concede with the argument, then you say, yes, that is true. Grapes have a lot of calories, but I like them anyway because they're very sweet and healthy. That's a concede. Again, all of this supports this topic sentence. This topic sentence supports this thesis. Now, before I leave this body of the paragraph, because that's what we're talking about right here with these two topic sentence pieces, this body of the paragraph, it's important that you understand we are writing in APA professional format, which means you don't use first person, so I can't use the word I. I don't say I believe or I support. And secondly, you want to be clear and concise. So remove anything extra from here that you don't need. Idioms, colloquialisms, jargon, get all of that out of here. For the most part, you would never need to use an acronym in here because following the rules of an acronym, you would need to use it more than 2 times, and odds are you're not going to do that in this short of a paper. And this is your chance to say, does every sentence support my topic sentence if it's in a paragraph? If it doesn't, get it out. It has no place in there. Clear and concise. Okay, that's the body. And then finally is the summary. And in the summary, we simply restate the thesis. We'll summarize what our views are, and then we'll have a strong ending. That's what the structure of this Analyze the Issue paper is intended to be about. So let's look real quick at thesis and topic sentences. So in the video that you can watch about Analyze the Issue, these examples are pulled out of there. So I'm just going to show you kind of how it fits into the theme of what we're doing. So if the issue was about the punishment for performance-enhancing drugs in sports, this is what this author said. Professional athletes who are caught taking performance-enhancing drugs should be banned from the sport for life. So you can see that not only is the issue clear, but his take on the issue is very clear, that we should ban athletes who take performance-enhancing drugs. This is his thesis statement, and it is a strong thesis statement. So everything else that happens in this paper is going to support this thesis statement. Okay? Next, we moved to the reasons and detail paragraph. That's the second paragraph in the paper, and we need a topic sentence for that paragraph. So his topic sentence for this paragraph was, a strict lifetime ban could protect other athletes from the temptation to use drugs. So everything else, the additional 3 issues he puts in here are going to support this concept. These are the reasons he believes that we should ban athletes who use performance-enhancing drugs. This topic supports this thesis. Okay? The next paragraph is when we get to the counter argument. So here he says, some might argue that this punishment is too severe. If you take away the person's ability to play the sport, you take away their lifelong dream. So this is the counter argument to this thesis that he has created. And now he has to decide to refute or concede. And so he says, however, it is the athletes taking these drugs who are the ones robbing other athletes of opportunity and dreams. So did he refute or concede the argument? He refuted the argument. If he conceded, he would say, yes, this is true. It is a harsh punishment, but it's necessary. That's not what he said. He's saying that the people who are taking the drugs are the ones that are robbing other athletes of opportunities and dreams. Okay, so everything here in this paragraph would support this concept. And then finally, we move to the summary. And in the summary, we're going to restate the thesis. That's what this is. Summarize your view. However many paragraphs you ended up with in here, you could really just take their topic sentences and kind of restate them down here, make it flow and have good transition, but that's really all you have to do to summarize your view. So you would include these concepts and then have a strong punchline at the end, something to catch their attention. So that's what it all should look like. That's a review of what your analyze the issue and really your analyze the argument paper should look like. Now, in theory, you can have as many paragraphs in this body as you want. If you have 4 different counter arguments you want to do, then you'd have 4 different paragraphs to present a counter argument and then your stance on that counter argument. If you have 15 different 15 different reasons and details you'd like to go in and discuss, you could certainly do that. However, I didn't require that because I was trying to keep this as a short paper for you guys. So really all you need is 4 paragraphs total, so 2 in the body, okay? All right, so that's what the structure should look like. So here is my offer to you guys. I've gone back in and opened the Analyze the Argument assignment. You have the opportunity to go back and review that assignment, which I strongly encourage you to do. There's probably 4 people in the class who do not need to do this. You should be able to look at my comments in your grade and tell if you need to do this or not. Go back in there and ask yourself, what is my thesis? What is my topic sentence? Does my topic sentence support my thesis? Does every sentence within this paragraph support this topic? In my summary, did I restate my thesis? Did I summarize my views? Go back and ask yourself these questions about it. If you choose to go back and adjust it, you're certainly welcome to without penalty. I opened it until July 29th. It'll close 1 minute before midnight. That's just how Canvas sets things up. Again, completely optional. If you choose not to do it, that's completely fine. But this is when I'll start grading those papers. If you don't understand the comments that I left for you, you need to call me. My cell phone number is 601. Let me put it on here for you. Hold on. 601-807-4735. This is my cell phone. You can text me and say, hey, call me when you get a chance. This is so-and-so. I want to talk about the paper. You can leave a voicemail for me if I don't answer. But please leave me a message or I will not know to call you back. Call me if you have any questions or you just want to clarify things. Or there's always the writing lab that you can utilize. I hope this helps. I hope you guys have happy writing, and I look forward to seeing the next paper.